is where the rulebook ends and the real brand talk begins. Welcome to On Brand. Welcome to Off Script.
Every creative revolution needs an ecosystem, a space where ideas, people, and industries connect. Fashion Without Borders Africa, known as FWB, is one of those spaces. Fashion Without Borders is more than a fashion show. It's a mentorship hub, a business platform, and a cultural bridge linking designers, models, producers, and storytellers from across the continent. At the center of it is Serge Kabisoso, a producer who understands that creativity without infrastructure struggles to endure. His work is about the access, collaboration, and building the next economy of African style. In this episode, we go behind the runway to explore how FWB is shaping the next chapter of Africa's creative economy, one partnership at a time. We met like in your 4th or 5th season.
Yeah, in 2016.
Yes, around 2016.
Yeah, I think we were about, a second or third.
Yes.
Yeah, I think second year.
And I remember one thing that I'll never forget is how you were fighting me. And I was behind the sponsorship team in terms of fighting to educate us in terms of how the fashion industry needs to be done, the way we need to take care of the models, the artists, everything that comes together. And I remember you were very specific. We need a room where they can prepare themselves. They need food. This is the standard at which the world handles models and fashion, and we need to be able to at least match that. And I think that's something that people don't pay attention to when it comes to creating a product or an event or just an experience, to say we're not just operating at the level of Botswana, but we want a world-class event. And I think maybe for those people who don't know what Fashion Without Borders is, if you can just take us back in terms of how did this start? What did you want to create when you thought, I need to bring Fashion Without Borders to life?
Yeah, I mean, it comes from a very humble beginning as a professional models first, before I started Fashion Without Borders. I started being first the model. To be very shy, to be a model.
No way.
Yeah, I swear. Every time you're on stage, there is that stage frightened that you feel like, And me coming from a Christian family, we don't believe in things like fashion and modeling. My African, parent, especially coming from the DRC, where 90% of population is a Christian, a believer. So we don't believe in things like modeling, fashions. So it's like, no, if I have to go to school, I have to study engineering, which I started with the engineering itself, and then finding myself from engineering to IT, then run from the IT to where I am today. Yeah, so it wasn't a very easy journey, but I started loving fashion actually by the time that I won the Mr. and Miss University where I was at Val back then in 2002. And then in 2023, I won the best model, and the design that I was wearing was David Clary by that time. And everybody knows David Clary, who was one of the biggest designers. So he won as well. I won for him in that outfit.
Okay.
So from then, I was like, okay, so this thing can really take me far. So from that side, then when I was doing a professional modeling, then I was like, no, there's a gap between the fashion world and modeling world. But back then they have to check, because I know I've got already the height, the body, but whatever the people who don't have the height and the body, but they have the love for it, the passion for it. What if I'm a fashion designer, I'm very creative, but I don't have the money to pay to the fashion weeks to go and showcase? So that's how we came up with the Fashion Without Borders. To say, for us, the borders don't just mean the country. The borders means in creative industry. As a model, as a singer, artist, we gave a lot of platform to artists to showcase our platform, and people start knowing them.
And it's grown. It's in Botswana.
And it's in the DRC, it's in Botswana, it's in Mozambique, we're in South Africa, and it's been an amazing journey. But yeah, what I can say is it was not an easy journey, but we are still here We're trying to do what we love to do. We're doing it because of the passion, the love of it, and because of the building the industry, especially in this country that welcomes for the first time.
Yes. And talking about that being a Pan-African experience, how do you keep it globally competitive?
Because every time you have to be like step ahead with your creativities. You watch a lot of stuff that you see from different fashion weeks around the world, your New York Fashion Weeks, your Paris, you check your Nigerian Fashion Week example, where Lagos or Abuja, we check South African Fashion Weeks. But I don't think I have a competition. We don't have a competition in fashion of our borders
Yeah.
because we are a fashion movement.
Mm.
We can move with our brand everywhere we can go. Either it's in Kasane, either it's in Malawi, either it can be in Kinshasa, either it can be in Johannesburg. We carry that brand with us everywhere we go. It's a fashion and lifestyle movement. That's something unique that we've done. And like when you're a fashion is specific to this country or this city, no, we are not. We are global.
Yeah.
So that's the difference that we go.
And then this brings a lot of diversity in terms of the connections and the partnerships and collaborations that you're able to do. What leadership lessons would you say you've learned that you can share with somebody who's listening to this conversation?
It's for someone to really share your vision because a lot of people come with the same kind of ideas, but they don't implement it the same way. So your vision is something that you have to share with people, and for someone to get your vision, I think you have to convince yourself first. When they see that how much confidence that we have and how much conviction that you have for your own vision, someone next to you will believe to what that you are saying. But if you're not sure about what you want to do or what you're doing, someone next to you might say why do I have to give you a chance?
Yeah.
Because you're not convincing enough. And also someone needs to see the passion in you to what you want to do. Because people now these days, when they want to do an event or they want to do something, the first thing is that they want to do business sides first. It's business. So what if the business doesn't work? What do? Your first, second year, third year of it, do you leave it? Do you try again another one? No, because I think every business is a step by step. You build. And the proper business to build, I think 10 years is where you can say, I've tried something to be really
Yeah.
to make it happen. Our first, second, third year of Fashion Borders was not easy. So convincing partners was not easy. But today, we don't need to convince a partner anymore. They know what you do. We've got a catalog of what we do. We've got people that have been already part of our journey that's already, they're doing great in their own lives now. They can refer to those people.
Yeah.
So we've got nothing to prove to anybody.
Yeah.
Only experience.
And I think one thing that I've heard over and over again from the creative industry when I interact with members of the industry is, you have platforms like these. And for those who don't know, because there's a masterclass today, that there's the fashion aspect, is we bring people into the space to kind of teach somebody who's looking up to or wants to go have a blueprint into becoming to a certain level. For an example, what we're doing today. And it's like people are talking at us. At least that's what they say. So how is FWB different in terms of the masterclass that we're delivering today? How is it equipping people so that it doesn't feel like you brought people from out there and they're gonna leave and nothing changes?
Yeah, but the difference is, we are on the ground. They might leave, but we're the implementer. We have to implement whatever is being spoken today. Either they leave, but we as Fashion Borders, because we are already implanted already in Botswana, in South Africa or different countries, but as long as we are here, when they leave, we try now to implement whatever we heard from them to make sure that we give the designers or creative industry whatever tools that they need from us, from where we heard them,
Yeah.
from the speakers and whoever is in the masterclass. So masterclass as well, the way we do it is very different because us, we do more engagement. We try to find solutions than just being there to talk about the problems. We want to know what is going on. what can we do to sort 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? What do you need from us to help you from where you are to get to where you want to go? That's where we come in.
Yeah. And you guys, I think there's an aspect of your journey that storytelling comes into it and collaborations as well. What role do those two things play in shaping the future of art and in this context, fashion?
The storytelling already, like, it's a journey that we've been already in. You know, we 11 years celebrating this year. It's already a journey as a storyteller. As I said, right now is implementing what we've been doing all this time to make it better. If the year one, we only heard like maybe 1 or 2 designers that were impacting by that time on models, this time we want more. That's why we see more collaboration with Woolworth, good collaboration with the DBS group, good collaboration with big brand. Why? Because the brand have seen our journey. They've seen the impact that we do in the community, in the creative industry.
Okay. We're going to close with a little game that we play. We call it off script.
Yeah.
And we just want to get behind who Serge is. Tell us about a moment in the FWB journey where art, fashion, and activism collided, and you're like, this actually works. I love this.
Activism.
Because there's a lot of actives. I think there's
There was.
power behind art and fact that, and there's a lot of activism that we've seen. And I think I'll give you there's one of the fashion designer that you collaborate with, and just the way that he dresses and that presents himself, there's a statement behind it in terms of what he's trying to tell the audience. And I think that's it's a form of activism.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But on our side of Fashion Without Borders, I think there's an event, a show that we did, I think it was back in 2017 or 18, where there was a lot of gender-based violence. We implemented in the show. And it was where we have to speak, you know, to take it like the fashion alive on that fashion show, where we had to do the different makeups of the models, feeling like they've been beaten or something like that, and to talk to say stop to the violence against women and children. So that we've done that. Well, we do a lot, but yeah, that was something that really, it was because I had to go beyond the imagination of it to come alive on the fashion aspect.
Okay.
Yeah.
What misconception do you think is holding the fashion industry back?
People think it's just a joke, entertainment. People don't take fashion serious because they don't understand the multi-billion pool that is behind it, or multi-billion dollars that's behind it. By the time as well that people are going to be really serious, especially in Botswana, where there is so much talent in terms of fashion designers, creativity itself, where the private sector and the government are going to unite and take the sector serious, Botswana is going to have a storyteller in Africa because they have it, they have the talent.
If young designers could take one lesson from your journey, what would it be?
Leave entertainment, make business out of it. And be unique, don't copy, don't follow. Be you. Take your brand, put it alive. Believe in your brand. Even if it's something that is small e example or a that is you, make that a bigger to convince other people to believe that it is your e or your a. That's it what you need in the industry. Make sure that you are creative enough and believe in yourself, in your craft. Make money out of it.
Thank you, Serge, for
Yeah.
joining the conversation.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Shata.
All right.
Yeah.